She didn't chase followers. She chased the city, plate by plate.
I don't usually say yes to these things, but for some reason when you reached out, I said okay.
It wasn't overnight. It was years of grit, of kids asleep while she edited at 2 a.m.
It took us all at least a year to hit 10,000 followers, and that was like our biggest milestone.
Free meals don't keep the lights on, but purpose does.
My dad owned a restaurant growing up. He worked so tirelessly. To see him and his health decline tremendously, it's just a lot.
In this episode, we strip back the noise and meet a woman turning hunger into a way of giving back. This is Lindsay Stewart.
It's unprecedented times in which a normal person can go out with a phone and a camera, create influence, and be a voice in the world. You are totally a Vegas voice. I'm honored to be joined by the Las Vegas Foodie, Lindsay Stewart.
Thank you.
Welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you for having me. I don't usually say yes to these things, but I have to just mention that for some reason when you reached out, I said okay. And I don't really know why, because like I said, I don't usually do it. So there must have been something about it. And then you tried to follow up and I didn't see it because it was all through DM, and that's hit or miss. And then what really caught my attention was your undivided reel that you posted. And you two were saying how you are trying to get a hold of Lindsay, the Las Vegas Foodie. We would love to have her on the podcast. And then my friend Annalie tagged me in the comment, and that's how I saw it. And I thought, they put a dedicated reel up to like get me to come on. I was like very humbled and honored.
Well, thank you. You know, testament to the power of social media and what you can do with these mediums, right? I know Annalie too. I think I was producing an interview for my friend Alex Pazos a while ago with her, and we're gonna have her in the show too.
I love her. She's great. Shout out Annalie.
Yeah. And then, so let's start from the beginning. How did snapping food pics turn into a more than 500,000 following for you and a foodie empire?
Well, it started when my husband and I moved here to Vegas. We moved here 11 years ago, and we're from Los Angeles. So we're from a suburban town in LA, and it takes hours sometimes to get to downtown LA with the traffic. So exploring those food places wasn't really like an option. So when we moved here, there's like all these places at our disposal and within walking distance. So immediately I was like, well, we need to try everything. Like, I've heard about these places. Almost 10 years ago, it's like the internet wasn't really, it was around, but it's not like it is today. Like, we didn't have TikTok. They hardly had Instagram. Instagram started in 2012, I think. So anyway, I started taking food photos that way and kind of keeping track. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start an Instagram and just like put everything there so I don't blow up my Facebook or I was actually just using the Notes app, and it was kind of like, it wasn't like organized.
Okay.
So that's how it started. That's literally just how it started. I started posting that way, and then I started seeing some other people in Vegas that were kind of doing something similar. So I like started following them, and we were chatting, and then we ended up meeting up, and like, it's so crazy that was 11 years ago.
Don't you think that some people think like it's an overnight success, but it's actually 11 years. That's a long time actually of being consistent and doing something over and over and over again, right? And then people see it and they want to be the influencer, right? Isn't that the biggest thing right now, that kids want to be influencers?
I think so, which is so like exciting, but also, you know, with anything, it's like you can have this vision, but I don't know if it's something I would aspire my kids to do.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, wouldn't you say in a way you got lucky because it was like the right time? Like, I noticed, for example, we have put out a ton of content, and the hardest thing these days to get is followers. Mm-hmm. And you were able to probably get on that initial wave of Instagram and all that stuff, right?
Yes and no,
okay.
Because I do feel like if you were to start an account today, you're growing so much more, like you're growing faster than we did when we first started, because I remember it took us all, I'm talking me, Drew, Susie, Phil, Sammy, like it took us all at least a year to hit 10,000 followers.
Wow.
And that was like our biggest milestone for all of us, was to hit 10K. So now I feel like people hit it pretty like right away, but it with different content. Food is very viral, you know, like talking to people isn't exactly viral content, so it's not going to be as quick.
Right.
So just different content's going to be different things. It doesn't mean you're not going to have things that go viral. It's just might be like not every episode where, you know, every few videos I put out could go viral, right? Because it's just like this, it's just a different perspective, a different way.
Oh, definitely. Like this was born out of service and out of gratitude, right? Because I wanted to serve my city. I came here as an immigrant 20 years ago or something like that. With $300 in my pocket, this city has given me everything. I now run a successful business, and I just decided that I want to give back, right? So it's contribution that's making this content that we're doing, and we're very grateful to have you here.
And I feel the same. I think we're in kind of like the same, we're in the same field, because I feel like Vegas has given me so much too, and so much opportunity. And the fact that I'm able to give back in my own way is like what you're also doing. So very cool.
Yeah. So you built a brand. It's both aspirational and approachable. What do you think made your voice stand out in such a crowded food content space?
Such a good question. You know, it's changed a lot in the last 10 years. And I feel like a lot of people think I sound like Kim K now. So maybe that's what's made me stand out. I don't know. We're just both from LA, so we have like that LA accent.
Okay.
But I played that up for a little bit anyway. So no, I don't know what makes me. I'm not sure if I even really. You're giving me a lot of credit. I don't know if I stand out that much, but
it's very interesting because I mean, having the influence you have and having, you know, some people like I've studied all the Vegas accounts, right? The biggest ones. You're in the top. You're in like the top 10.
Thank you.
Like for actual followers and stuff like that, right? I'm not doing it to. It's just Vegas accounts. You have a lot of influence here in the city, right? And like who else is there? Like Vegas Issues. He's got like 500,000.
Love him.
The Vegas bloggers. So yeah, we're gonna get him too. Yeah,
good. Drew, Starfish.
Yeah, I know the kid. I've met with him. And
Fabian? Are we talking about Vegas Issues?
Vegas.
Yeah, I loved him.
Yeah, he's very cool. I hope we can get him and see what his magic behind his quirky stuff. But you know what I see about food is that I own an ad agency, right? And my cheapest ad costs are for things that are approved. And I think it's because it's such a common denominator to all humans.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
So if you're human, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
So that's probably that it's a good mission start, but it's also overcrowded, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely is adding more people to the pot every day.
Okay.
Is that what you were saying? Yeah. But I don't mind that. I like it.
I mean, yeah, you already have a moat. You already have your beachhead very well planted. Okay, so you're known for being very consistent. What is the content creation process like? Do you plan your week around your meals, around the content, around what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go and eat?
Sometimes. So during the week, my kids are very young still, so they're not of school age. So I get a couple hours here and there. So I plan my days a lot of the time in the mornings now during the week for only a couple of days if I can. And then, you know, I try to do what I can on the weekends, especially going out with my friends, and try to plan kind of that. I have to work out my schedule with my husband because who's going to watch the kids? So yes, there's a lot more coordinating. Whereas before, back in the day, we would go to when I had no kids, 3 spots a day, every day. And we would just go. And it was, I mean, the content was just, and it was all photos. Nothing was video. It's just like we all ran out of space on our phone like so quick.
Is there enough restaurants in Vegas to go 3 times a day?
There's like so many restaurants I still have on my list that I'm like, I can't even like touch the surface. Like there's so many still that I want to go to. My list is so long.
That's incredible. So, how has the Vegas food scene changed since you first started? What trends are exciting you right now?
The exciting trends right now is probably like good, affordable food. I feel like everything is so expensive and grandiose, and that finding those real pockets of delicious food that doesn't have to be huge, but maybe affordable is probably a good interest right now. And even like fancy food too, but that's not, $200 or whatever. So that's kind of what I like right now, but it all changes.
Yeah, there's always changes. So is there any hidden gem that you think more locals should know about right now?
It's a good question too. So there's actually this brand new spot, and my video is coming out today, but I don't know when this podcast is coming out, but it's Ina Simon and Diner. Ina Simon and Diner. Hope I'm saying that right, because I kind of get that name confused with Anima. Have you been there?
No, not yet, but I've heard.
I haven't been there either, but it's the sister restaurant of EDO.
Okay.
And EDO.
I think to EDO. Yes.
It's EDO. Everyone calls it or Edo or whatever.
Yeah, Edo. That's EDO.
But if you've worked in a restaurant, you know that EDO is extra day off. Anyway.
Okay, interesting.
Did you know that?
No.
So Roberto worked for, I think it was Jose Andres forever. Okay. So anyway, amazing spot. Okay, the one, EDO is a great hidden gem that people need to know about first of all.
Okay, yes.
It's just been there for so long that I think people kind of like forgot about it. Or I don't know, it's still busy, but I digress. Aina Simon and Diner is a comfort Hawaiian food spot that's the same owner as Paina Cafe. Incredible. It's just like the prices are insane, very reasonable, but it's comfort Hawaiian food. So it's like they have a terry burger, they have a thing called a Suzy Q, which is just a Martin's potato bun with a piece of steak wrapped in teriyaki or drenched in teriyaki sauce with cheddar cheese and mayo. And then they have this thing called mazimen, which is like a dry Simon noodle, and it has a jammy egg on top, and it's got crispy garlic and green onions, and the noodles have like a sesame oil, and it's got the most incredible flavor that I'm literally salivating as I'm talking about it. And they just have this tiny little Coca-Cola menu, and it has probably 12 things on the menu, and it's packed every day, and like they didn't do any advertising.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my number one right now.
We got you in the sweet spot now. Like, I see you when you start talking about food, you're in your zone. You're just going.
Sorry.
It's easy. Yeah, the nervousness is starting to go away.
I'm still nervous.
Very well. Well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So you've reviewed everything from hole-in-the-wall taco joints to high-end restaurants. How do you strike the balance between casual eats and luxury bites?
Oh, that's a great question too. I think I grew up eating a lot of casual food. Like, we didn't have anything I lived in a suburban town outside of LA. We had Hamburger Hamlet. I don't even know if you know where that is or what that is. We had Hamburger Hamlet, El Torito, Olive Garden. Like, these are the places that we would go to out back for, like, a fancy meal, Claim Jumper. Like, those were our spots. So I have a lot of, like, in hole-in-the-wall places. And in LA, I grew up eating Mexican food. It's my favorite food. So, but it's very specific, like, LA Mexican food, whatever. I feel like I've had, like, Texas Mexican food, which is different.
Yes, it is very different.
It's like all these different regions. So anyway, I grew up eating most of those things, but then when I met my husband, he spoiled me and brought me to Vegas because we would visit here before we lived here, and took me to steakhouses. And I was like, I had been to like 2 steakhouses in my life, and then I met him and he took me out, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. And he just opened up a whole new world for me. And so now when we moved here, we would go to a steakhouse like once a week, which we have no kids, your bills are different and everything. So it was I didn't want to go to I want a steak every week,
That's what we guys like to do. I like to do it with my wife. We take her out every week. We go out to new places. Our thing is finding brunch places. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a couple good spots for you. We'll have to go through that list together.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me a little bit.
Okay. So, have you been to the Baby Sacks? That's like an old school
not yet,
spot.
not yet.
Okay, that's like super old school.
Okay.
Have you been? I don't know what side of town you live on, but Craft Kitchen in Henderson is one of my favorites.
No, we haven't.
Okay. No, you have to. It's like they are a husband and wife duo that's been around forever, and they just opened up the other side. Now it's dinner, but that's one of my favorite spots ever. Original Sunrise Cafe off Eastern. We have like back in the day, it was like Hearthstone. I'm trying to think what's in the lakes. Americana used to have a great brunch. I don't know if they still have it anymore. See, this is the other problem is like you go to these places and like I haven't been there in years. But I'm like, I need to go back because it's been a long time, but there's so many other places I have to get off my list.
Yeah.
You know? So
It's always that balance between like the good places that you know that's a guaranteed and that finding a new place.
oh, and I'm gonna go to brunch next week at Bonito Michoacan.
Okay.
The owner, have you ever been to Bonito Michoacan?
I think so, yeah. It's down in Decatur. Yeah.
And Twain. So the owner's son basically runs it now, and the daughter, and he opened up brunch because he wanted to open up his own restaurant, you know, aside from his parents, and he decided to open up brunch and use the same kitchen so he can get like his footing and figure everything out.
Yes.
So it's like his own without having his parents kind of like, you know, have to do what they want. They don't want to change anything. Obviously, why? Because it's so busy and great. So anyway, he has breakfast, so I'm going to try it next week. And he's just the nicest guy. They are such a nice family. And you could tell he just like has so much passion in his heart for cooking. He went to like Cordon Bleu. Like his whole life has been in this kitchen. And they grew growing up in it too.
Yes.
And it's just so hard to like, when you don't see those kind of people get the love that they deserve because it's literally their life. And like he probably doesn't even have to work ever. And he's in the kitchen 7 days a week, 15 hours a day. Like it's crazy.
Well, that's how he grew up. And it's really cool to see these stories, right? And I can tell because when I first came, I worked in Lindo
Oh, you did?
as a busser, right?
I think that's the brother.
Business degree, and I had to do the immigrant thing, and I had to work from the bottom, right? So yeah, those places stay around because these families they have generational values, right? That go through and through and through, and you're gonna be the next, and the kids are gonna be the next,
But like they don't have to.
but they
Thank goodness, though. I just feel like it's like a good. I don't know.
right. And
Let 'em
Mary gets boys soon, so we'll have.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll have the guys from Linda and Bonito. I think there's a lot of stories behind that.
I know there's like a lot of controversy recently, but the forget all of that. Like they are truly like just great people. But I think their brother or a sister and a brother. Like their brother owns Linda and the sister owns Bonita.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's a whole generational thing.
We should let them tell the story.
Yeah, we'll get the
I don't know. I totally okay.
cool.
Maybe we should take that out. No. Leave it.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. So you became a mom during the growth of your brand. Let's go into family stuff. How did that shift your perspective and content?
You know, it didn't at first. It didn't. It was very tiring having a newborn, but everything kind of stayed the same for especially like the first year. And well, I was pregnant during COVID. That kind of changed everything. Nobody was going out, and I didn't. You know, during COVID, nobody knew what was going on, and being pregnant, I like didn't want to go out because I didn't know what to expect. But anyway, at the first year when she was born, we started like going out more and getting content, but it really didn't change until, you know, the second year, and then I got pregnant again, and I started doing like, well, where can I take my kids or my daughter when I was pregnant? So that really did affect a lot, like where we were going, but then also how much time I could dedicate to like putting it all together, because like the lack of sleep and like all those things really changed a lot, probably definitely during the second pregnancy. So it was really, I feel like I'm finally finding my groove again. My son will be 3 in July and my daughter is 4. So I feel like they're a little bit more independent now, and it's been great. It's been much better. It was so hard in the beginning.
So, I mean, making content's a lot of work. People just think that you just go out there and to show a 15-second piece, it takes, you know, how long does it take from like making the content, the planning executing, editing? How long does it take you to make one piece? Like, just give us some example.
It's funny, we were just talking about that, and he's like, how much time, my husband, he's like, how much time do you think it takes you? But driving there, filming content, so driving there, round trips usually an hour, and then filming content, I usually spend 2 hours in there filming. That's my max. After that, I get really tired, and I don't want to do it. I'm like done. And then taking it home to edit, it's like I have to break it up. I can't just sit there and do it all in one try, mostly because I don't have enough time. If I can get an hour to start the editing process, and then it usually takes me about 3 hours start to finish between editing and the voiceover.
For one piece of content.
Yes, but that doesn't include the getting the content.
Okay.
So we're looking at least 6 hours just for one video, but then you add posting. That takes a long time sometimes, and then I have however many platforms I'm posting on, so that usually takes about another hour. So I would guess about 7 hours.
Just for one piece of content?
Just for one piece of content. And that's when everything goes well.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like you got to run, you got other stuff to do, you know?
Yeah, you got it. And we just scroll through these things like it's nothing, right? And then there's all that behind. It's just amazing to see the work ethic. And I'm realizing now that it's a team effort, right? It's you and your husband.
No, yeah, I couldn't do it without him. I don't know what I tell him every day. I'm like, I don't know how. I just couldn't. You know, in the beginning, I think I was like, I can do this. But now I'm like, no, I need you to like watch the kids. And now he's filming for me sometimes. Like, he doesn't love that, but
yeah, no, he's out here too.
He's here too. Yeah, so, thank goodness.
Yeah, we let you lose for a few minutes because I know you're nervous, but we were able to get you in. So cool. How do you manage being a full-time creator and mom, and what advice do you have for other moms trying to build something online?
Oh, great question. I think number one is nothing's going to come quickly and fast. I mean, there are some anomalies. Some people do gain a following very quickly, and sometimes that's a very rare scenario in my opinion. But I think the majority of your life happens offline, and that's so dang important. And it's so important to stay focused on what's really important, and that's human interaction, your family, your kids, your marriage, like, or your partner, whoever. Like, it needs to be, that should be the priority. So like everything else comes second. And I know we live in a day and age where we feel like, oh, we have to get out this content and it has to be quick and we need to do it today and we need to do it now. We're running out of time. People want that instant gratification. None of that matters. Like, at the end of the day, what matters is what's in front of you. And I feel like people lose sight of that so quickly that if they can just take a moment to take a deep breath and remind themselves, like, that stuff can just wait. So don't stress yourself out trying to beat, the game and try to do everything you can. Just take your time and remember, like, we only can do what we can do. We're all human. Like, so that's my biggest advice.
You said something very profound. The majority of your life happens offline.
Mm-hmm. In real time.
Wow. And
it's so important to, like, be present.
Coming from one of the biggest creators we have in this show, that leaves me speechless. Very good, let's go on. We have many, many other questions here. What's something people misunderstand about being a food content creator?
I think people feel like we're, like, in it for the free food. Which, I mean,
you always get free food, is that okay?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a lot of free food. It's all, which is great. And in the beginning, that was amazing. But, like, getting free food doesn't keep the lights on. But I don't know if people really understand, like, what it does for me when a restaurant calls me and they're like, we have a line out the door. Like, we are so busy. And hearing that makes me just as excited as they are. And, like, that is why I keep doing this, because I love that. And, like, if I could do that for every business, that would just be such a dream. That's such a Keith Lee thing, because that's what he does. He does it for literally every business. But if I can just bring business to some degree, that's profound for them is huge. My dad owned a restaurant growing up, and we worked in and out of the pizza place. It was a pizza restaurant, and he worked so tirelessly, long mornings and nights, and to see him and his health decline tremendously. He's fine, but like he lost so much weight. Him and my mom weren't doing good because it's just a lot on a person. So I had always said if we had this when he had the restaurant, oh my gosh, it would have been so much more fun, and who knows what the difference it could have made, and that was 25 years ago.
So that is a driving factor making a difference for you.
Oh, that's a huge, huge factor. Yeah, that's probably the biggest. Yeah.
Usually behind every person that does something big, there's usually a bigger motivation, right? And I can see that contribution. I mean, yeah, you'll get your free food, but you can actually blow up a restaurant. You can change a business's life.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish it was forever, but it's not always forever. But it helps.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Definitely. I mean, the most important thing in a restaurant is to keep people going, and to keep people going, you got to keep giving them food, right? So that's on them.
Correct.
Yes.
That's a whole other part.
So on this theme, do you remember the first time your post made a restaurant blow up? Tell that story.
I do. Actually, it was a restaurant. It's a dessert shop called Creamberry, and they're still around today, and they created the cotton candy burrito. And the owner, it was a husband and wife, and I met him because I went into the dessert shop with a friend of mine, and I just said, does anybody run your Instagram? I want to do that. And he was like very skeptical of me at the time, and decided to do it. And then he told me that he had this cotton candy burrito idea and that he made it. And I posted it on my Instagram, and it went so viral, like everywhere. And that really that's what set me off. That's what put me on the map. That's what I owe it all to them, truly. Wow. And we became very close.
What year was it?
I think it was 2017.
Okay.
Maybe the beginning of 2018, or I think it was 2017.
Yeah, that's a minute.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't seem that long ago, but it really is, 8 years ago.
Well, I mean, I've been in the online marketing space, and I know that those were like I still insist that there's a factor of luck also, right? Like, you're doing the right things long enough consistently, but there's also the factor of, the right time and the right place. Around that time, that was like the Instagram sweet spot where like good creators would take off, like $1 million overnight and stuff like that. So I remember that very well.
But yeah, they had lines out the door forever. But the problem is that we kept chasing that. It lasted for a while.
Right.
This was like trying to come up with new ideas to do that again. It never quite did that, again.
Correct. That's like in a bottle, right? You hit it once. That's one of the things about virality. You never know where it's going to come up. Mm-hmm. Again, coming from the online marketing space, it's a hard thing. You never know. It's going to be a guy on a skateboard down Venice Beach, or
drinking that cranberry juice.
Right. Or it's going to be a lady from California coming to Vegas and taking on restaurants, right? You don't know. And you just got to keep doing the best you can. So, you've now worked with major local publications and brands. What have been some of your favorite partnerships so far?
Such a good question. I don't know the answer to this. Probably some like standout ones. Like I worked with Pin-Up Pizza on the Strip through Caesars. They like approached me to like do something with them. That was like my first like real collab kind of thing, which was really cool. I had never thought that I would do. It's still there, Pin-Up Pizza. They have this huge. I should go back. They have these huge slices of pizzas. There's huge pizza slices. I don't know my coolest collab. I'm not sure. That's such a good question. Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake.
That was probably a really notable one, and that was almost 2 years ago now.
That's big, but that's a big one.
That was huge. Yeah, and I love the Cheesecake Factory, and it was right before everybody started, like, I don't know, there was a huge thing online where, like, this guy took a girl on a first date to Cheesecake Factory, and she was like, I can't believe you took me to Cheesecake Factory. I'm getting out of here. And Cheesecake Factory is like, so it's not cheap, and they have their food's like made from scratch. Like it's not like most of it, not all of it, but it's like a great menu. And so that was right before all that happened. But Cheesecake Factory is like so good. So I don't know. That was a really cool collab.
Nice. That's big time. So if someone wanted to break into the food content game today, where should they start?
They should start with, personally, I think you should start with talking to the camera.
Okay.
If you can. I don't love doing that. But, and just start posting your videos and like practice makes perfect. And even though I've been doing this for so long, I still don't, nothing is perfect to me, but you know, just the fact that you got to get it out there. I think posting and just doing it is number one. Like people can talk about it all day, but until you actually do it, like just, it's not going to be perfect. Just post it.
That is a very common denominator, I think, of successful content creators. On this particular show and thing that we're doing, I committed to doing 100. I sat down with Ivan and we're going to go through 100. We're going to go through 100. We're like, you're probably on the 30s, early 30s. And we just committed to that. And we don't care about how many followers. We're just committed on getting it out there.
Perfect.
We're not on all platforms right now. We're on YouTube and Instagram. But we just go ham.
Well, you have to put it on TikTok.
Right.
It's the same.
Oh, we're on TikTok, yes.
Oh, okay. So you're on 3.
Yeah, but I hate TikTok.
You have to do Facebook.
It's no. I hate TikTok, and I'm getting like suppressed by the algorithm now. And I'll keep saying it. I hate TikTok with a passion. Do you have any proteges? Because I heard you like, maybe Annalie is your protege, and then there's who the Vegas Chicas are. They there's several like small, not as big as you, but I see them on my feed. Food bloggers. Are they your proteges? Do you know them? Are you in contact with them?
What does protege mean?
Protege,
Protege.
like you teach them or look up to you.
I think they teach me.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm serious. Las Vegas Chicas is like, she changed her content completely, I feel like, and she's gone off on a whole other direction. She's like, I'm so impressed with her work ethic and how she puts out content. It's incredible. And Annalie, too, does so many different things, like not just social media. It's like, I don't know how she has the time or the capacity just to like do it all. So I look up to them for sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and we're going to have them in the show. I reached out to Chica, so we're looking for you. We're going to, and Annalie, we've talked, so.
Yuvia, Annalie.
Yuvia is the name of Vegas Chicas from you. There you go. We're going to, we have another reel to tag them. Okay. Well, let's keep going. And that, not only am I hungry, like the way you speak about food makes me hungry.
That's good. I think.
So I'm hungry, distracted, but we got to keep this interview on track. I have really good questions still. What role do you think food influencers like you play in shaping the Vegas dining scene?
Oh, it's a good question, too. I don't know. I mean, just highlighting the mom and pop, like the smaller spots. And I personally love how it kind of threw a wrench in the whole like publication wheel, you know, with like magazines and writers, and they were like the only ones that were able to talk about it because they had a platform. And now like we were able to like come in and have this free platform and talk about whatever the heck we wanted. Okay. It just created like this whole realm of free speech that was so cool, I guess. And to be able to actually put what I like out there, you know, because it might not be what somebody else who has had caviar their entire life, like, you know, I like a good $5 burrito. If we can find that, let me know. But no, I guess they're hard to find now. But yeah, I think it's changed because it's like giving light to like these smaller places that maybe would go under the radar from a huge publication.
Okay, it makes me think also, is there a dark side to it? Like also can an influence come in, and if a place is not good, have you seen any of it? Like, could there be that part of it? I don't get like. Sometimes I'll get a scandalous, like some place have like news, right? I think there's a news segment that just finds places that have bad health ratings or whatever. Like, is really that part of it?
Oh, like on the news when they talk about the health department stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's all for views and clicks and everything. And I think there's good and bad to everything. There's a yin and yang. So it just depends how you want to use your platform. There's plenty of people who, you know, you get views for talking trash about people and places and restaurants. I personally don't like, I'm not about that. I'm about the positivity. I choose to see the positive. If obviously I go into a restaurant and it's gross, which has happened, and it's not happening, I'm not
You just
gonna.
unpublish it.
Correct.
You don't trash.
But I don't like trashing any business, especially a restaurant, especially because my dad owned a restaurant. I've worked in restaurants my entire life. I was a hostess to go. I made salads in the kitchen. I was a server. I did everything. I was a food runner, most recent. I was and a cocktail server. Like, I've just been in every part since I was 15. So to me, it's almost personal. Like, I have the restaurants back, but if obviously I see something that's not good and gross, like, I will literally call you out right in front of you and tell you and not work and not do it. But I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to put it online. Right. Because most of your life happens up front.
Correct.
Has your relationship with food changed now that it's both your passion and your profession?
Oh, absolutely. I've had the access to like different foods that I never would have had growing up. And it's just made me like appreciate food differently and honestly, even how food's prepared too. So that's kind of my next thing. If we want to talk about the yin and the yang.
Okay.
The bad part for me is seeing a restaurant that uses plastic in the microwave or
Oh, wow. That's a big thing right now.
saran wrap in the microwave. I don't know why people do that. And then even Teflon pans, seed oils, like these things actually mean something to me. So I don't think that's talked about at all. And that's kind of where I'm headed. It's like, I need to see, like, I'd like people to have better morals when they're cooking food for people. And that doesn't mean that their kitchen's gross or dirty or anything. It just is like the ingredients and how they're doing it is so important also, maybe even more important. So that's kind of where I'm really focusing my energy too, which it's not like I want to do that, but like, you know, I have kids and I have a family and I go home and I don't put plastic in the microwave or in the oven or whatever. I don't cook with seed oils, and I would like to see that. I don't cook with Teflon pans. You know, I would like to see that happen in the restaurants again. Where's the stainless steel pans? And let's get back to kind of our roots a little bit more, you know?
Those are big trends. I've seen a lot of restaurants. There's even billboards that we don't use seed oils. We don't use seed oils. And the plastic one, I didn't know. I know that it's a mega trend right now. The consciousness about plastic contamination in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very cool pursuit. And yeah, I think it deserves a like. I mean, you have the platform to put it out there. Definitely.
Yeah.
Support that.
That's something I really want restaurants to like do better at, is to actually have like, would you eat it this way all the time? Like, is that how you do it? You know, kind of think about it like that before you're actually serving everybody. So that'll probably be my next like big project, I would guess.
So how's that? How do you see that being? Like, are you gonna make reels like, oh, plastic is bad, or
No.
seed oils? How are you gonna bring that purchase? What's your plan?
I don't really have one, but I would probably highlight the restaurants that do it right.
Okay, that makes sense. So this restaurant doesn't use seed oils. This restaurant doesn't use plastic. Blah blah.
Or talk about what they do. Yeah, because if I see a restaurant I thought once, like not probably last year, and I just did not post that specific what they heated it up in. But I was just like, what are you doing with other food that I didn't see? So yeah, it's such a moral struggle too, because I don't want to bash a business.
You want to find an elegant way to communicate.
Correct.
That's
So I don't know. It's a work in progress.
cool. Keep us posted on that, and we'll repost and bring it into light. So
Thank you.
cool. What's been the most meaningful message you've received from a follower?
I love it. I get these sometimes when people are like, oh, I just moved here and I found this restaurant from you and we loved it and everything was great. And I love that because food is such a connection with people.
Yeah.
Especially when you first move here and you find like your spot because of me. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, thank you. And for people to actually take the time to tell me that, oh, nothing better.
Anything stand out? Anyone in particular that stands out?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I try not to keep everything in my memory bank. I try to let some stuff go.
Oh, that's very healthy. All right. So let's go into the rapid fire.
Oh, wait, I do have one.
Okay.
This girl, I just met her. Her name was Sarah.
Okay.
And she actually told me in real life. And we just went to La Mona Rosa downtown. Have you been there?
Yes, I remember that one.
It used to be La Comida.
Okay.
And then they changed it. So good. Brunch.
Yeah,
we went for Sunday brunch.
They have good brunch.
So good. So anyway, we went to the bar and had a drink, and the girl comes up to me and she was like, I love you. I just want to let you know that I moved here and I've been following you since I was in San Diego, and I still follow you and I love you and I appreciate all the places. And I was like, oh, you were the best. Like, just even telling me in real life is like great. And now I know her face, because it's so hard sometimes when we're chatting.
Yes.
It's like, I don't see you. But then when you come up to me and you're like, I'm so-and-so, I'm like, oh, it's like we're friends.
Because most of your life happens.
Oh, wine. That's I'm going to put that in my bio.
Heck yeah. Oh, my goodness. So let's go into the rapid fire.
Okay.
Favorite guilty pleasure bite in Vegas?
It's going to be Sorry Not Sorry's ice cream.
Okay.
The 4 flight. You can get 4 in a box and pick whichever ones you want. So you have to get the ube honeycomb. That's my favorite one. They have a lemon pound cake that I really want to try. Or a lemon cookie. I had a lemon cookie that was really good, and I think there's a new one called lemon pound cake that I really want to try. And they have an ooey butter cake, and then they have like this double chocolate Oreo. It's like Oreo ice cream with chunks of Oreo. They're so good.
I have an offshoot question for you, because this is you. I met your husband, and I see you. You guys seem pretty fit. You're eating out all the time. What's the secret? It's like, what do you guys do to offset these guilty pleasure food?
Well, we don't eat out every day.
Okay.
I know it looks like it, but we really don't. Especially with all these restaurants, whatever they're cooking, I try to cook at home too.
Okay.
A lot. We don't eat everything. I mean, sometimes I'm eating the entire thing. Like, we're going out tomorrow night, and I already know what we're getting, and it's not going to be a ton of food, but I'm going to eat everything. I already know. So we don't always eat everything. We take a lot of leftovers home. A lot of the times I'm just like trying it because I have to try it. I can't not eat it.
So for the content.
Yeah.
So they bring you like 5 or 6 plates, right?
And then I take it all home.
Okay.
Well, sometimes I'll share with the staff. Like, if I'm just very particular too, I'll be like, well, I didn't actually take a bite of this if you guys want to keep it. Or I'll say I used a clean fork because, working in restaurants, a lot of times we had like tastings in the beginning of the shift, and everyone's really big on using a clean fork to get in there, because you can't just like keep eating it into the same pot. Anyway, so I'll say things like that. Like, I use a clean fork one time if you want to keep it. And then it just depends how they feel about it. But otherwise, I take it home. My neighbors love it. My neighbors love me for it. Shout out to Nori.
My God.
Oh, and we go to the gym.
Okay.
And before I had kids, it was a lot more. But now I try to go at least twice a week.
Okay.
But the kids, like, we go to the park and we're walking. And I'm always trying to walk. And
Cardio or weight?
both.
Okay.
I think it's very important.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys seem pretty fit. So.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, cool. Night out, cocktail bar, or dessert spot?
It'll be both. For sure. So, yeah. Oh, you want me to name the spot, or?
I don't know. You like
Yeah, it just depends. It depends what part of town we're on, so it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
But it'll be both.
Okay.
Cocktail, appetizer, and then dessert, for sure.
Awesome. Most underrated restaurant right now?
I don't really know if this is an underrated restaurant, but there's a lot of controversy on this, and that's Carbone at Aria. And a lot of people say it's good. A lot of people say it's overrated. But we went in December, and like, we're still thinking about that meal. And like, just from the service to the ambiance to the food, it was so freaking good. And they we just went in on our own. We just went in to see if we could get in, and they put us up there. And like I told my husband, like, we have to go at least once a year because that's like a $500 meal.
It is.
It's so expensive. But for whatever reason, yeah. And so now that we have kids, I'm not dropping this much money on a meal every time. We have to think about other stuff too. We have to budget more than we used to. But that is one meal that I would love to just have like once every couple months because it was so good. But I think it gets a lot of hate for some reason, and I don't really know why.
Interesting, yeah. It's a solid place, but it's probably because, it's just solid food, a simple menu. But I think it is a little on the expensive side.
It's expensive.
They've earned their brand.
It's like fresh. Everything is made like almost in front of you, and I guarantee you they're not using. Well, I shouldn't say guarantee, but they're probably doing things ethically back there.
Yeah, they're doing it well. I know. I have a friend that works there, and he's one of the servers and does the food and everything.
And if you're working there, you get to eat all the time. You're probably going to be like, it's fine, but it's not worth this much money. I'm like, yeah, because you get to taste it and eat there all the time. Like, we don't get to do that all the time.
Yeah, and then people there make good money.
Oh, I bet.
In the right place. So, good. Go to takeout when you're too tired to cook.
Oh, Stefano's. Oh, my God. I love Stefano's and Shang. Those are my two favorites right now. It's been like that for a couple years. Do you ever have Stefano's? Oh, so good.
Oh, you're giving us so many. You're like making my list. You're gonna watch the episode and then make a list from the Vegas Foodie. Yeah. Cool. Pancakes or waffles?
Oh, probably pancakes. Even though I love the little compartment for the syrup on the waffle, I love a good pancake. And Original Sunrise Cafe has some of the best pancakes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you weren't the Las Vegas Foodie, what would you do?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably be working in a restaurant still.
Okay.
I think I would probably be, hopefully, a bartender. I really wanted to be a bartender. Like, I just wanted to try it. When I worked at Yard House, I asked, I'm like, can I be trained? And they're like, yeah. But I was only there for 7 or 8 months. Yeah, that's really what I wanted to cheer up. That would be my next. But I even want to try now. I want to go practice and do it.
So we were in Coronado the other day, and there was this little bar where they had cocktail classes and stuff. Where they brought people like that. I'll have Veronica give you the.
You like San Diego? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, not San Diego, Coronado. Yeah, so a little bar, and we were just sitting in a bar. We went to have some wine, and they were doing classes, and they were doing them on one of the event sites, and people just dropped in for $9, and they had fun.
We have to find that here.
I don't know if that exists, but I'll pass it on for sure.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. What's a Las Vegas restaurant you've been meaning to try but haven't yet?
We went to Wycliffe Always. It's just so far from me one time, but I've been dying to get back there because it's been 7 or 8 months since. So that's one place, but what was the question again?
What Las Vegas restaurant you've been meaning to try?
Petite Boheme also, which is in the Arts District. Okay. That's at the top of my list. There's also a bar in the Arts District called Liquid Diet that I really want to go to. Those are there's a few bar Velveteen Rabbit. We stopped in for a second, but I actually want to go have a drink there. There's just a few of those places that I want to go explore and sit down. There's a place called, I think it's called Nori something. It's off of, it's a Decatur and 215. Yeah, I think so. It's right off the freeway. That's a place I've been wanting to go to. Nori hand rolls, something like that. I have a whole list, but
it seems like it's hard for you. Vegas restaurants are your kids, right? And then saying your favorites, you're kind of excluding others. I don't know how it must feel for you.
Can't do it. When someone messages me and they're like, "What's your favorite restaurant right now?" I'm like, "Doesn't exist. I don't have a top. I don't have a 10. I can give you what I'm in the mood for today."
You know what? An idea would be, I don't know if you do it or not, but in the internet marketing world, you can give people a PDF, a download, bring your links and what are my top rated restaurants for the or whatever.
Yeah. An idea. I thought about doing that even on my Instagram. So it is a good idea. Just kind of a roundup of what I had and what stood out. Because some dishes are better than others. I went to Il Toro, Kappa. Have you been there?
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep bringing it up. Alina, we took on restaurant, but their owners. But I truly loved the food so much that I had this Azteca pasta, and it's made with refried beans.
It's weird. It's a weird fusion.
I loved it, and like I still think about that. And they had a carne asada pizza. It was so good. So like those and then we had a couple other dishes that were just like they were good, but like those two really stood out. So I really want to do like the dishes that actually stood out.
Okay.
With the restaurant. So yes, and I have a website, but it's not totally active. I need to like find the time to actually sit down and add to that because I feel like that's a nice place to kind of keep it organized too.
Yes.
On the to-do list.
Yeah, there's always a to-do list in our world. And in the online world, there's always a to-do list.
Which is good.
Most of my life happens online, unfortunately, but
no, it doesn't.
I'm learning.
Just think you think about it. That doesn't mean doesn't mean it's actually online.
I mean, I'm out of here and I'm building marketing campaigns online and you don't want to know that part later on. I'll interview myself.
Well, listen, the most important things happen offline.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the key, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll bring it to that. Most of your life and the most important things happen offline. We're taking that as one of the lessons.
I'm sorry.
Pretty good. So, if you had a signature dish, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Something with a pizza and a salad.
Okay.
I love bread. I love pizza. And I love a salad.
So,
I love arugula. I love the arugula on the pizza. Just put the whole salad on the pizza. I love a Caesar salad. And I love arugula. Oh, Coffee Class just came out with this hot chicken sandwich. That's a good brunch spot for you. I mean, it's not like, a full-service restaurant, but it's still a nice place for you and your wife to go. They have a new one in Summerlin. It's a hot honey chicken sandwich that's lightly breaded. It's got the crispiest skin, and it's made with a Caesar salad arugula on it and a brioche bun. And it is probably my favorite bite I've had all May. Like, that is so good.
Yeah, then there's another idea for your real site. My favorite bite in May was that.
That's good. That's a good reel. Thank you.
Cool. So 10 years from now, what would make you feel like you really made it?
Oh, I don't know. That's such a good question. Maybe having like something else, another business on top of this, whether that's a foundation, something else that gives positivity and helps people, maybe something with restaurants to help people get started somehow. I mean, I don't know if people really understand the longevity and the consistency that you need to have and hard work that goes into running these things. So maybe something that has to do with how you are going to begin, but also need to see the long term of like, this is a grind kind of a thing. Because these restaurant owners work so tirelessly and so hard that I don't know if people see that, like the regular person.
Lindsay, thank you for showing us behind the brand. You are definitely a Vegas voice. You are a contributor to our community. And there's a lot more behind the scenes that deserves to be seen and heard. I thank you for being a Vegas voice, and I thank you for being in the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so fun.
My pleasure.